know we've had an excellent day running, and now we get to celebrate all things trees. So we're going to start our Arbor Day celebration 2023 right now by saying the pledge. If everybody could stand. Attention, salute. Thank you. We have a lot of visitors here today from our community. Can we say hello to them? Can you just give them a big hello and give them a big wave? And thank you visitors. Thank you for coming out today. I thought it'd be neat for us to share our Norris motto, and we could do it sitting down. Do y'all mind to do that? All right. I'm going to say 1, 2, ready, and then we're going to say it. Ready? 1, 2, ready. I am Norris. I am champion. Today I'll be respectful, responsible, and safe. Today I'll show up, own it, achieve it, and respect it. Great job. Today we have second grade up on stage, and they are going to give a musical performance called A Trillion Trees. celebration is I get to welcome Diane Warwick up to the stage. She's with our she's an area forester, with the Tennessee Division of Forestry, and she's going to talk a little bit about Norris being a tree city.
Thank you, Norris. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm glad to see you here, all your smiling faces. I love the song. I doubt I can count to 1 trillion. But that was really great. Yeah, today I'm here to recognize Norris as a Tree City USA. And this is a program that is cooperative between the National Association of State Foresters, of which the Division of Forestry is a member, also the U.S. Forest Service, and the Arbor Day Foundation. So it takes all of these partners together to make these programs come alive. And the reason the programs are important is because it shows everyone in the community that we do care about our trees, we care about our urban forests, and we need to protect them and enhance them and take care of them the best we can. So it's my great pleasure to say that Norris is the oldest recognized tree city in Tennessee. They've been recognized for 44 years, since 1979. So that's a long time, and I'm really proud of everyone in the community that takes part in this program and makes it happen, because you can't just call Arbor Day Foundation and say, I want to be a tree city. There's certain things that you have to do and standards to meet that criteria, and Norris does it, and does it well every year. And so one of the standards to become a tree city is that you shall have an Arbor Day celebration. So that means that Norris could not receive this award without each and every one of y'all being here helping and making this a reality. So thank you for celebrating Arbor Day in Norris, and thank you for caring about your trees. We know trees provide a lot of benefits for us, like shade, clean air, clean water, but they also provide a lot of health benefits to people. They can reduce stress and anxiety. They can help you just feel better mentally. And so we know that people who live an active outdoor lifestyle are more healthy than those who don't get off the couch and don't leave their computer screen. So take time when you can, get outside and play, enjoy nature, and just sit under a tree and listen and watch the squirrels. It'll make you feel better, I promise. So right now, I would like to call forth the Norris Tree Commission, folks who are here. Anyone else who'd like to come up here? You all contributed to this award, so we want to say congratulations, Norris.
Trees. All right. Thank you, Diane.
I know I see a lot of kids after school in the commons playing underneath those trees. Raise your hand if you're thankful for those trees in the commons. Right? I have Bill Grieve coming up next. He's going to give the mayor's proclamation.
Okay, this is a proclamation which is signed by the mayor, and I'm going to read what it says. Whereas we recognize that there is a public appreciation of trees in the city of Norris, and whereas we want to preserve and perpetuate our heritage of trees in the community, and whereas we will sustain a high level of interest and awareness of the value of trees in our community, now therefore be it resolved that Friday, March the 3rd, 2023, is proclaimed to be Arbor Day in the city of Norris. As mayor of the city of Norris, Chris Mitchell, I make this proclamation and ask that all citizens to join in the Arbor Day program. Thank you.
I'm going to ask Chuck Nicholson to come up. He's going to talk a little bit about the Arbor Day tree that's going to be planted in Norris.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to another great Arbor Day. Great to see all of you here, and I'm really happy to see a lot of friends and family come along for this event too. Really makes me feel good about that. The first Arbor Day in this country was held in the state of Nebraska a little more than a century before Norris held its first Arbor Day. Remember, Diane just said Norris, first Norris Arbor Day was 1979. First one in the country was 1871 there, and so it was thought up by a guy named Sterling Morton, who was an early Nebraska settler and businessman. And have any of you been to Nebraska? I see a couple hands. Yeah, I know a lot of you will eventually. Well, Nebraska doesn't have very many trees. It's in the high plains area, so it's mostly prairie and grassland, not like around here where we're blessed with so many trees everywhere. And so Mr. Morton thought that the state needed more trees. He thought trees were great, and I think we all think trees are great too, right? So he talked to the state government in Nebraska, and Nebraska at that time had not been a state very long. It was a new area. People were still settling in Nebraska. He convinced the state government to set aside a special day that they called Arbor Day, when they would encourage people to plant trees. And so all across the state, on that very first Arbor Day, which was in April, school was let out, and the school kids went out and planted trees all over the state. And according to the story, over 1 million trees were planted that day. Now, how many of you all would like to get out of school to plant trees? Okay, well, you have to talk to your teachers about that part of it there then. But today we are going to give you a tree to plant there that you can take home and work with your parents to find a nice place to plant it there. So as part of our ceremony, every year, the Tree Commission, and we ask other people for help on this, we select a special person in the Norris area to be the Arbor Day honoree. And this year's Arbor Day honoree is Ella Lynn Crosno. Ella Lynn, would you mind, could you come up here? So Ella Lynn is a longtime resident of Norris, and she moved here when she was 6 years old, when her father got a job in this area. And so she went to school here. She went to Norris, to the Norris School. At that time, it was grades 1 through 12 were in the building over here that is now K through 12. Grades K through 12 were all in the building that is now Norris Middle School, and where many of you will be going to school in a few years there. So she graduated there, grades K through 12 there, went on to the University of Tennessee, studied home economics and education. So she got a degree in education from the University of Tennessee. Then guess where she came to teach after that? Right here. And so she taught here a lot of years, 30 years. And she was principal of this school here, Norris Elementary, for how many years?
30 years.
30 years. So
No, I wasn't principal for 30 years.
she taught there. Anyway, you're principal for several years. 10 or 12 years she was principal here then. So she's got deep roots in the community and deep roots to Norris Elementary School here. Then she retired from that in 1997. Her hobbies include gardening, mowing the lawn, and caring for trees. And she loves to be outside with her hands in the dirt, working the lawn, working trees, and all that. So she and her late husband, Jerry, donated land to the city along East Norris Road as you're going down the hill towards Highway 61. And that land is where the city recently built that greenway walkway along the side of the road there that many of you have seen, and some of you probably walked on. Over many years, when she and her husband tended that land, she planted a lot of trees in that area the area of the Greenway now. And then, so right now, the city is working to develop a park there that we're going to call the Norris Creamery Park, be dedicated to them and to their former business, the Norris Creamery. And I remember drinking milk from the Norris Creamery when I was a little kid in this area then. And they used to serve it at the Boy Scout camp up here on Norris Lake. So Norris Creamery was a very big thing in this area. And so because of Ella Lynn's service to the city, her dedication to trees, all the things like that, we've been very pleased to select her as this year's Arbor Day honoree. And in honor of that event, Clinton Utilities Board, who provides you all with electricity, Clinton Utility Board has donated a red maple tree, which we have planted it a few days ago along the greenway that runs down along East Norris Road there then. And as part of the park development, we're going to be working with others to plant more trees in that area. So, Ellen, would you like to say a few words?
I don't know. Say your name.
Okay, it's up to you.
I've enjoyed my time at Norris Elementary, and I'm glad to see all of you here today. You've got a lot more students than we had then, but keep going, keep singing.
All right. Okay, so I mentioned a couple minutes ago, I mentioned that all of you students are going to be given a tree to take home and plant. The tree, it's not a big tree, it's really more of a shrub. It's called sweet shrub. It grows, it's a native, it's natural shrub in this area. It has pretty red flowers in the spring, and if you keep watching the screen here, you'll see a picture of the sweet shrub come up here soon. So take that home and get it planted soon because you don't want it to dry out then, and make sure you water it and put it in a place where it'll get some sunlight. It doesn't need full sun, but it'll get 8 or 10 feet tall once it gets mature then. So thank you very much.
Ella Lynn, I have a question for you. Does Norris Elementary School still smell the same? Doesn't look the same? New floors? It's changed. People always say you walk into a building and you can still smell the way it used to. I wonder. Oh, okay. Well, then that sounds like it smells better. That's good. Okay, I have a deal with you, Norris Elementary School. Y'all ready? Yeah. All right, Mr. Nicholson said in Nebraska, all the kids got out of school to plant a tree. Right? Did you hear that? All right, I have a deal with you. At 3 o'clock today, you get out of school and you have a tree that you can go home and plant on this beautiful day. How's that sound? I thought you might like that. All righty. Norris Elementary School students, you did an amazing job this year of showing your creative outlet through all things trees and being cool in the breeze, which was our theme this year. We had Legos used, we had polymer used, we had ribbons and tissue and paper and computers. We had so many different mediums used, and we had several judges, and they came to me and they said, Mrs. Templin, we can't pick the best. And I said, well, you've got to try. So our finalists are up here behind me on the stage. And when we call your name, we have a gift card that has been donated from the Tree Commission for you. I don't know what's inside. It's a surprise. So if you'll come up, we'd love to get a picture of you with your artwork.
All right, our pre-K winner is Lily Beatty. Our kindergarten winner is Elena Disney. Our first grade winner is Taryn Nichols. Our second grade winner is Sylvia Gelvin. Our third grade winner is Audrey Barton. Our fourth grade winner is Natalie Alstead. And our fifth grade winner is Reese Meyer.
Something I look forward to every year, seeing all the creative minds up on display. It's beautiful. We do something here at Norris. We tell a lot of jokes in the morning, don't we? And so I figured I couldn't have Arbor Day without a few tree jokes. Are y'all ready for a couple? Okay, so before we dismiss, I've got a couple. Let's see if we can figure out what these jokes. Let's try to solve these jokes. What was wrong with the tree's car? Somebody said it. It wouldn't go. It wouldn't go. What's the tree's favorite subject in school? Somebody said it. Geometry. How does the tree get on the internet? Wait for it. It logs on. It logs on. All right, last one. This one's really challenging. How can you identify a dogwood tree? All right, here it is. You ready? You can identify it by its bark. All righty. Norris, listen to me. Today you get to take home a tree. It's a beautiful day to plant a tree. It goes right with our song. I'm so excited to see and hear. I have several students that come back to me when they graduate high school and they say, I still have my tree. It's growing in my yard. And I think that is just an awesome memory that you get every year, a little memento. Thank you, Tree Commission. Thank you for the Forestry Department for coming out. And thank you for our guests for coming to Norris. We are so happy to have you here today. And that concludes our Arbor Day program. So thank you all.